Hello everyone. I welcome you all to class 8 CBSE lesson 2 from Honeydew. The lesson name is the tsunami. Children, by the lesson name the tsunami, will come to know that it's a natural calamity. What actually is tsunami? It's a very large and powerful wave caused by the earthquakes. It happens beneath the sea, that is, sea has a seabed below it where the earthquakes and displacement happens, leading to the rise of waves. Wave rises in that particular area where the earthquake has taken place, and this will lead to the receding of water in the seashore. The seashore, the water will go down, not coming on the shore. It will go very down. That means it will come again with full force. This is how the tsunami comes off the limit and into the residential parts where people live, leading to loss of property and life. 26 December 2004 is known as an unfortunate and a black day. The tsunami hit three parts of the world. One is Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu coast. So now let's see some of the stories of courage and survival in the following chapter. Can you see the map of India in the slide? Yeah, it's a whole, and in the red box is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is not in Bay of Bengal. It is very near to Indian Ocean, and there are some states and countries which is surrounding it. So let us know in detail. Now here we see Andaman and Nicobar Islands. To the east we see Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and to the north we have Bay of Bengal, Myanmar. To the west we have Chennai, Sri Lanka, and to the south it's Indian Ocean. Now looking at the picture of Andaman and Nicobar in detail, it is divided into Andaman and the south is known as Nicobar. Andaman Islands is divided into North Andaman, Middle Andaman, Lower Andaman, and Little Andaman, and Port Blair is the capital city. Coming to Nicobar, we have Car Nicobar, Little Nicobar, and Great Nicobar, and there are four small islands like Tarasha, Catchal, Bompoko, and Narkawari. In the following lesson, we have to take care of Catchal and Narkawari, which is in the Nicobar Islands. Do you see the beautiful scenic beauty of these islands? What is an island, children? Island is a place which is surrounded by water on all the sides. And these pictures also show that it's a tourist center, and the picture with elephants swimming shows it has a wide variety of wildlife. This is another picture of scenery showing the islands, and the third picture shows the island in the guitar shape, isn't it? And now this is a small exercise where some sentences are given, whether they are correct or incorrect. If they are incorrect, just correct it. That you can do yourself. One we'll do. The first one, Catchal is an island. Yes, it's true. It's a correct statement. Second one, it is a part of Andaman group of islands. No, Catchal is in the Nicobar Islands. It's not in Andaman. So we have to change into it is a part of the Nicobar group of islands. The rest you can do it in the textbook. Now coming to the meaning section, archipelago, it's a group of many islands and surrounding sea. Second one is tremor. Tremor is a slight shake. When the earthquake happens, the shaking is called tremors. Chaos, it's a complete disorder and confusion. For example, if you're going to a market and if you see an mad elephant moving, people are in chaos. Fourth one, relief helicopters. They bring help to people during floods like food, medicine, and with water. Fifth one is recede, that means move back from where it was. And sixth one is traumatized, greatly shocked and distressed. Seventh one is resort, a place where people go for holidaying. Eighth one is triggered, caused violent reactions, or this is a cause, tsunami was caused because triggered by the earthquake. Ninth one, hysterical, when you are hysterical you shout, laugh or cry in a wild, excited way. That means going without any control over yourself. Next one is refuge. That means shelter or protection from danger. 11th one, withstood, endured without collapsing. 12th one is surge. That means with full force and momentum. Now we have 4 stories from Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Ignatius, who is a manager in cooperative society in Catchall, he woke up at 6 because his wife told that she has felt an earthquake. Immediately he took this television set off the table and put it down, and all the family rushed out of the house. But in front of Ignatius' eyes he could see that the gigantic tide has approached and carried away his 2 children and his grandmother, wife's father and wife's brother. And he also saw his wife getting swept away by the tide. He was survived by 3 other children from the tsunami. Now it is a story of Sanjeev, a policeman who was working in Catchall. He managed to rescue his family consisting of wife and a small baby. But on the way he heard a lady shouting for help, and the lady was John's, the cook's wife, and he jumped into the water immediately to save her, but unfortunately he too got drowned in the tide. Now the next story is about a 13-year-old girl, Meghna, who was swept along with 77 other people in the tide, in the tsunami. And she spent 2 days floating on the sea holding on a wooden door, and she saw 11 times the relief helicopters overhead, but they didn't trace her. So at last she came to the shore by the wave, and she stood up and walked on the seashore in a daze. That means she was not energetic or active. And now next is the survival story of Almaz Jadhav, a 10-year-old girl. She studied in Carmel Convent in Port Blair. Her father had a petrol pump in Port Blair, and her mother Rahila's hometown was in Narkowri, which is in Nicobar. So they went to Narkowri in Nicobar from Andaman to celebrate Christmas. That very morning they were sleeping, and her father could see that the water receding in the seashore. That means water went back into the sea. Then he immediately sensed that something was going to come, that is, a wave is going to rush back or come back with great force. So he woke up everyone and rushed them to the safer place. But on the way, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. So Alma's father went to help his father, and she saw that both getting washed away in the gigantic tsunami tide. Now Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves. Clinging means they were catching the leaves of a coconut tree, but unfortunately another wave came and uprooted the tree. So they were again washed away. Alma's saw a log of wood floating, and she fainted on the log. And when she woke up, she was in a hospital in Kamota. And the girl is still traumatized. She is in a shock, and she's not talking with anyone because she saw the whole family washing away or getting drowned in the water in front of her eyes. And now is a survival story of Tilly Smith, who is a British schoolgirl. She's also 10 years old. They came to Thailand from England to enjoy the Christmas in Phuket beach, as it was, December. And the whole family was present on the beach. Her 7-year-old sister was there, and their parents Penny and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami has triggered another massive earthquake in northern Sumatra, and the water was swelling. Penny Smith and Colin Smith didn't know what to do, and Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Immediately she recalled a geography class where her teacher taught her about tsunami. Now Tilly saw the sea slowly rising and starting to form bubble and whirlpools, and she remembered the geography class where she saw a video of a tsunami that hit Hawaiian Islands in 1946. So she also learned that tsunamis are caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. So she screamed to her family hysterically, and she said something serious is going to happen. Children, see the 4 things how tsunami is generated, 4 sources. It's given in the picture. Just have a look. First one, it's caused by earthquake. Second, by volcanic eruption. Third, landslide. And fourth, meteorite impact. So Tilly Smith is leading her Smith's family, her sister Colin Smith, her father, and Penny Smith, her mother. Seeing this, all started running towards the guest house. They came to the third floor of the building and it withstood the surge, the tsunami wave. In this way, she warned and alerted the whole tourists who were enjoying Christmas at that time, and she was also awarded for this because of her bravery, courage, and timely, action. And when she went back to England, she told her classmates this terrifying tale. But her parents never wanted her to face the camera or media and receive her to be a heroic or a klutz. They thought that she's just 10 years old and she should have the privacy of herself. Now coming to the third part, that means the third state where it was badly hit was Tamil Nadu, the place called Kudallur. The boy was standing with the dog very peacefully at the shore, not knowing what is going to happen in the next few minutes or in the next hour. It is said that the wild animals in the zoo, like dogs, were not going out, refused to go outdoors, and the flamingos left their nest and flew away. And see the elephant, it is running towards the upper lands for the safety. So weird things were happening in the zoo, according to an eyewitness. This happened in the coast of India and Sri Lanka. It is because many people believe that animals possess a sixth sense. That is, they know the earth is going to shake and something bad is going to approach. They can hear the vibrations. That's the reason why we use dog in the crime investigation and all. And so, most of the humans were killed in the tsunami, around 150,000 people in dozen in other countries, but no animal was killed. And now in Kudallur, thousands of people perished, but buffaloes, goats and dogs, they were unharmed. And coming to Sri Lanka, Yala National Park, it also had Patanagal beach inside the park. So they saw why it is a home for variety of animals like leopards, elephants and species of birds. Only 2 water buffaloes died and no animal carcasses were found. Carcass means the dead bodies. So about half an hour before the tsunami hit, people at Yala National Park had also seen elephants running on the beach. And there is a story about a gentleman from Sri Lanka who always goes with his dog for a walk on the beach. That particular day, the dog refused to go out, and in this way his life was saved. Children, you should have understand the lesson very well, and I recommend to read your lesson thoroughly, and happy learning. Goodbye. Thank you. Hello everyone. I welcome you all.